Welcome, welcome, welcome. The people are already here. I know you guys are super excited and super ecstatic for this CAINIAC conversation today. It's been a long time coming. We definitely have some things to talk about. I have not seen this girl since I want to say May. Since May. So it's been a very long time, okay? So we have a very special guest here today at the King Cain Way TV. I know that all of you people are always DMing me like, hey, Cain, when are you gonna get anybody from Chasing Dallas? When are you gonna woo 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 woo? Well, bitch, your answers have been answered. Your prayers have been fulfilled. Hey, TJ Naturally. Hey, Gemini. Come on in, guys. We're just going to let everybody just come on in, come on in, come on in, because this is just a truly special holiday edition CAINIAC conversation. Thank you. I love my hair. Been waiting for this. So handsome. Thank you. Hey, it's Danny Ho. Coco Chanel. Yeah. Very classy. Hey, Real Hot Boys of Houston. Happy holidays. Hey, Tracy. Chinchilla. The girls are in the building. We'll definitely get started around the 3 to 4 minute mark. So I'm just going to let you girls come on in and continue to come on in because this is going to be one for the books. What up, Malcolm? Okay, Malcolm Extra HD Productions is in the building. Purr. In Rolling Ray Boys. Purr. Miss Lady, happy holidays. Happy holidays, everybody. I'm really hoping that everyone had a great Christmas. Mine has been good. Seeing my nieces and nephews has just been the highlight of my trip. I was a little sad. You know, I lost my grandma a couple years ago. Thank you for the super chat, TJ. So it was definitely a little hard. But I'm here. I'm back. I'm better than ever. Daria said, yes, Cain, we love a wide screen. Look, the CAINIACs are always reading me and roasting me. They're like, why don't you just turn your screen? Why don't you just turn your screen? Why don't you just turn your goddamn screen, okay? So, we're here. We're gagging. We're lit. And I do have a very special, it's so much better for YouTube. I see. We have a very special guest here today. We have none other than the Grand Dame of the Chasing Dallas franchise. We have Mother. We have Mover. We have Miss Reecey G. Come on in, Reecey G.
Oh my God.
How are you?
King Cain. Okay, body.
It's the body for me.
Body, yada.
How are you?
Yes. Oh my God. I'm good.
Yeah. Just been living.
I've just been living, doing my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Moved it over a little bit.
Still here in Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Still here. I ain't going nowhere. The girl's trying to chase me up out of here, but I'm not going.
So you'll never come back to Atlanta ever?
I mean, I visit all the time.
Yeah.
I'll be in Atlanta in January to see my mom and them.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm always in Atlanta, but me moving back to Atlanta, I think I got to be like a millionaire before I go back there. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I can get $1 million here.
Mm-hmm. So why do you feel like you have to be a millionaire?
Because it's kind of like the idea of like, you know, when you move away from home and then you just want to branch out and blossom. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure I blossom. Mm-hmm. And I think in Dallas, I'm blossoming, even though some of the girls try to rain on my parade. Uh-huh. But
that's always been a thing, though, when it comes to you. And, oh, Reecey this, you know, there's a lot of things that circulate when we say, thank you, boo. Mm-hmm. When we say Reecey G, there's a lot of things that...
Oh, my God. There's a lot that comes with that.
Yeah,
that name.
With that name,
okay.
Yeah.
Reecey G has become an adjective.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, you know, I will always love Atlanta. Atlanta will always be home. And I look at it like I could always go back. Like, if something doesn't work out, I know my mama's there. Everybody there that could
and they're always going to be there regardless, period. Mm-hmm. So, speaking of your mom... being in Atlanta and you being here, you're the only child, right? Mm-hmm. You have no siblings, no nieces, no nephews?
My dad had another son, older than me, but we have an 8-year gap. So when my dad passed, we kind of lost touch or whatever, but I am my mom's only child.
So you got a brother that's damn near 40.
I got a brother that's damn near 40.
Is he in Atlanta?
He is.
Okay. Yeah. Is he straight?
He's straight.
Okay.
He's straight. He has 3 children.
Okay.
He has a daughter I haven't met. He has a son I haven't met. I haven't seen him in person in almost,
Oh, wow.
I would say like 11 years.
Well, I definitely think you should talk to your brother. You know, family is family.
I tried.
Or do you feel like it's overrated?
Well, no, I mean, I tell my mama all the time, I say, you know what, Ma, I love my family. I ain't gotta like them. And so that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I love people that are in my family, but I don't like some of my aunts because of how they treated my mama. I don't like my brother because, for me, you know, being in this foster system after my dad died, and my mom being, you know, an addict and stuff, I went to 3 different middle schools, 3 different high schools. So when I graduated high school, getting ready to go to college, my brother didn't come. And he was the last piece of my dad that I had. And so like, for me, it hurt my feelings for years. And I was bitter for years. And then I finally reached out to him to say, you know what, let's try and get this thing back together. He hauled off and said, oh, you think because you working with the housewives and you work with all these celebrities, all of a sudden you need somebody? And I called him.
But you just wanted to see him and Kiki and have a good moment.
And I was like, hey, let's meet up this day, let's meet up that day, and all this stuff. And he was like, nothing is on your time and this and that. And I'm just like, nigga, I'm out here hustling. I'm out here doing what I gotta do.
What you gotta do, yeah.
And
making something.
You got a wife, you got kids, you got the house.
Yeah.
Now all I want to do was have that relationship. So after that, like, you didn't come to my graduation, you ain't checked on me, and then the last time I talked to him, he called me like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and he thought he was about to die.
Why?
Because he had like something going on with his liver, and so he
See,
called
won't
me
God do it?
trying to make amends, and I'm just like,
and move forward and try to, So you're completely over it. It's done for you.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Now, if he was to die or something like that, I will be sad because that's my blood.
Yeah.
But other than that, as long as you are well, alive, and kicking, bitch, stay over there.
So you always speak about, you know, being in the foster system and this, that, and the third. Did you get out of the foster system at 18?
Yes.
So when did you enter?
Actually, I got into the foster system at 14. So what happened was when my dad passed, I decided to stay with my his wife, his widow. But then she started to physically abuse me, mentally abuse me.
Like whooping you or like touching?
Like beating me.
Beating you, okay.
And,
damn.
You know, I grew up, don't never hit a woman. So, you know, I
would have laid that hoe out. You ain't my mama.
But I was being respectful.
Yeah.
Because
you were a kid.
My dad was, just got chills. My dad was the perfect example of who I want to be, you know, of a man. And like we moved to Snellville, Georgia.
I've heard of Snellville. I recently just heard of it. Yeah.
And because like my great grandmother, she was given land from slave time.
Yeah.
And so she gave my grandmother gave all her kids land, and so he had land. And so when he moved down there, he built a house on the land for his son, her daughter, and her.
So everybody had something.
Yeah, and so we was like all in one house together trying to, you know, be this Brady Bunch. When he died, she just turned into like this really mean woman. Like, she would not allow me to answer the telephone. I couldn't go.
Kind of like Cinderella. You know how when her daddy died, and then now all of a sudden you just this mean
And
bitch.
she had 2 daughters, but the gag about it is,
oh my God,
the second daughter didn't live with us. The second daughter was actually in college at Fort Valley University, lesbian, living her life.
See, a whole day.
Living her life, but she wouldn't allow me to check the mailbox. And then I later found out. When my dad died. I checked the mailbox one day, and I was getting a Social Security check I knew nothing about.
So she was pocketing the check.
Pocketing the check.
So where is this whore at nowadays?
She is in the house still.
In Georgia, your dad's house.
And the funny thing is, she recently tried to sell the house, but because I inherited the land.
Oh, so she don't want you to have nothing.
She can't sell the house.
Oh, because it's yours. Your name is on the deed.
Right.
Okay.
And so, well, the name is in her, but I own the land that the house sits on.
Gotcha.
And so it's like she tried to sell the house, and then after 15 years, she finally apologized for what she did. Yeah, because she had fractured my left arm, and then that's how I got into the foster system.
So you was in there 4 years. You came out at 18. What is the biggest takeaway or the most encouraging thing that you probably could say to someone who may be going through that same situation?
I would say it was tough, but the good thing about it is that you have to take your experiences and let it fuel you to push you further. And so I would say if there's anybody who has been in the foster system, getting out of the foster system, you know, I battled with depression at 17 to 18, and I didn't know who I was until I found fashion and became a stylist. I would just say, you know, find some type of outlet, stay prayed up, because I got to a point where I was like, F God, God ain't did nothing for me, and I think that was my lowest moment. And so I think, you know, just stay faithful to. I thoroughly believe in God wouldn't give it to you if you couldn't have it.
Gotcha.
And so I just say stay faithful to it, because I mean there are gonna be some dark moments, but I already hit my bottom.
Yeah.
So now it's only up. It's all up. So,
I love that. That's so inspiring. So you mentioned a time before that you used to play football back in high school. So were you like the queen on the football team, or were you giving us masculine? And what position was it?
Well, crazy enough, I was like, when I played ball, because I played football, I ran track, I played tennis.
Man of many talents.
I was in orchestra. I was like the quintessential good old boy. You know, because I wanted to not be, you know, a hood nigga, because, you know, I'm from Decatur. But I wasn't the queen. They always used to pick at the boys that played orchestra, that was in orchestra.
Gotcha.
For one.
Regardless.
Just period. But like, I mean, I played nose guard, I played center, I played D tackle.
A man.
I started on JV, varsity. I started on varsity. I lettered. I ran track. I have a gold medal.
What lettered mean?
Well, you know, when you do good in a sport, they give you a letter for a letterman's jacket.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I lettered in that at both of my high schools, and I wasn't the queen, and I never looked at like my teammates as like, oh, he fine.
Oh, see,
but the crazy thing about it is now that I think about it, like when we used to go to like overnight camps and stuff, it was like they always used to love to stretch me out.
Oh.
Like they always used to like, cause you know you have to do them leg stretches. And I was like,
so you always had a little ass.
I always had a little. You know, I was.
Yeah, she was always put together.
You know, I was always there because I was thin.
Yeah.
But I was flexible too.
Yeah.
Which came my speed. And then so they would always let to stretch me out, and I was just like, now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, that nigga was putting his dick on my dick when he was stretching me. Damn, I could have been fucking.
I was just gonna ask you, so did you ever get buzzed down in the locker room or get a little sucky, like a little?
I never started.
Sneaky link.
I never started interacting with men until I was 20 in my first year of college.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I was 20.
I've been fucking dudes. Well, I want to talk a little bit about Decatur, being from Decatur, Georgia, because you know, now that I'm in Atlanta, I do spend a little time in Decatur, and I love Decatur. To me, Decatur gives me Tyler, East Texas, where I'm from. It's very it's very like
I can see that because the
homie,
niggas,
and it's real nigga-ish. And
it's like this my hood.
And I love it, and I just be gagging at it. So talk to us a little bit about just growing up in Decatur, period, real quick.
So I grew up in the projects. My mama, she sold drugs. My daddy was a country man that worked. So it was crazy how this country man and this city girl
came together.
From the 404 came together.
Who from the 404? Oh, 404 is Atlanta.
404 is Atlanta, yeah.
Georgia. Okay, yeah.
And so like growing up in the projects, like it was a brick duplex. All four walls was brick. Our floors was green.
Damn.
Like we was in the projects, like no grass outside, dirt.
Yeah.
But it was like I can never remember a time where my mama lights got cut off. I can never remember a time where we didn't have water. I can never remember a time because my mama had food stamps.
Yes, so food stamps.
And this is when we had the paper food stamps.
Yes, I remember them. Early 90s.
Okay, early 90s.
Period.
And it was just like my mom. Even though it was interesting because growing up, I felt like my mom was a mom, but like I was like her miracle baby. So it was like she was happy to have me. And so it was like always kind of weird because my mom also did drugs. So it was kind of like
she was the plug and the user.
Sometimes it would be good days where my mom would play music all through the house and clean up and then throw the frisbee outside, throw the football outside with the kids. Like my mom was the young mom. You know,
cool mom.
The cool
the
mom.
Fun mom.
Right.
Yeah.
But then there would be really bad days too.
Yeah.
And so, but for the most part, it was just like, you know, growing up in the hood, it would be days where, you know, the ice cream truck would come around and we had the bread truck that would come around. So
Not the bread truck.
The bread truck. The bread truck. See, we lived in the hood. So let me tell y'all what the
let us know what the bread truck is.
So the bread truck was when like the supermarkets and stuff, when the bread would be getting old or they would have to get it out. Yeah. So there'd be like this pickup truck that would come through the hood. Wow. And just have bread, like all types of bread, like any bread products for free.
Oh yes.
For free. So it would be like loaves of bread, like those like Italian croissants, biscuits. Cakes and pies.
That's everything.
They would come and then everybody would just, get to it and take it and, we would just make whatever with it. Like, my mama used to make it work. We would be eating off sandwiches for motherfucking days. But,
period,
but I mean, that's how you had to live. But I mean, I would say growing up in the hood, it was just, it made me appreciate getting older because we didn't have a car. So I couldn't travel around the 10-mile radius. I mean, I was 22 before I had ever went to Six Flags.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it was like, certain shit, like coming into my gayness and going to the gay clubs and my best friend took me to my first gay club. And seeing Raquel Lord was the first trans woman I ever saw.
So that was like, oh my God.
It was just like, whoa, and that was back in 2009, 2010. And I was 20 actually. And, just kind of nowadays, like to just kind of think about it, it's like I went from the hood to well-traveled and living in Dallas,
and God is good.
High rise, all of this stuff.
All that.
Yeah. So.
Period. So did you spend a lot of time alone growing up? Being the only child was pretty lonely?
I would say, I don't think as a youngster I didn't know what lonely was. I just got used to playing with myself. It was like I had a big old chest of toys. Then I started getting to video games. So I was always, by myself, and I was cool with that. I went to school, I came home, I took care of me, and my mama took care of the house. Period. And but on the weekend, every weekend, my dad would come pick me up, and I would go over his house over the weekend. So over there, I had friends.
Yeah, okay. And a little bit more outness.
Yeah, I was there. I was able to kind of go outside and play, and Dad, can y'all spend the night, and we can stay up all night and play video games, and do all the kiddie stuff.
Gotcha.
But then when I came back to the hood, it was back to the hood.
A different thing. Yeah. Oh wow, so it's night and day.
Totally.
Gotcha. So you mentioned that, well, we all know that you were a stylist, wardrobe stylist, fashion stylist back in Atlanta. Really quick, tell us, one, I want to know what's a gem that you could drop to someone who's trying to break off into that world? And two, do you miss it?
Funny thing is, I started missing it like maybe last month.
Yeah.
I started missing it last month because I was looking at just people that need some help, like especially in the group that I hang out with. I've been looking at some people, and the funny thing is, but I don't think I would go back to being a stylist. Yeah. Because at the end of it, more so, I was consulting more and and being more creative director. Yes. And branding, and that's what I love to do, and that's what I'm still doing, which is why I'm kind of leaning into something else that I'm about to go into.
But you also directed a play too in Atlanta, right?
I did.
So you have directing all that.
Multifaceted type.
She's a girl of many talents and many hats.
I'm a hustler, so you have to be able to do your thing. Period. You can't sit dormant, because if you do, you will not get to where you need to get to.
And I thank you for saying that, because a lot of times people try to box you into like one thing, like, oh, why are you doing this when you should be doing this, or why this, why that? Do you feel like it's okay for bitches to have multiple bags and do multiple things?
Most definitely. I mean, I think they say millionaires have 7 strands of income. Period. And like, especially with us being in, I'm 30 now, but in my 20s, you have to figure out what you want to do, what you're good at, how you can maneuver, how you're trying to get to where you're trying to get to, and figure out what you're good at. And then once you figure out what you're good at, in your 30s, you master that craft and you polish that shit up. So by 40, you can retire from doing good. Yeah. So anybody that says, because I used to be a person that'd be like, oh yeah, you're a jack of all trades, and I used to take that as an insult. But at 20-something, you got to be a jack of all trades, so you learn exactly what you're good at. How to do some shit and do something. Yeah. And then once you know what you're good at, you'll be cool. And the one gem I would say for anybody that's out there trying to be a stylist, to one, figure out if you really want to be a stylist, because being a stylist is not easy.
Yeah.
It is not easy. You have to build relationships
Yes.
constantly. You have to be able to pull. You have to be able to pay for shit.
Yes.
And then possibly not get no money
back
back
from it. Guys, take it back.
So it's a lot that goes with it. It's a glamorous title to have, but it's still a hustle. So I would say, make sure that you do you a photo shoot or two, have you a client, and then do it first, and then from there, if you really want to be a stylist, cool. But you may not want to be. You may just want to be a person that dresses well and indulges in fashion. But that don't mean that you gotta be
a stylist.
Right.
Yes, I love that. I love that. I love that. So really quick, and guys, do not leave because we're definitely going to take some questions from you guys.
Yeah.
But Reecey, can you let us know where we can follow you? What's all your social media?
Yes, everything is at Reecey G. That's RESSIEG. Instagram Reecey G, Facebook Reecey Gamble, or Reecey G2 TWO because my other page is full. Twitter is Reecey G Tweet, and of course subscribe to the Chase Reality YouTube channel. Because you got to see what we got going on.
Wait, so you have a Twitter? Is it like a good Twitter or is it like freak Twitter?
No, I got a good Twitter, but then I got a private Twitter that I have all my.
Where you can indulge.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't got no videos of me up there.
Right. Word on the curb.
Word on the curb.
So, Reecey, you just turned 30. I do remember your birthday last year in November. You had the really fabulous, nice, sexy lip sync show.
Turnabout.
Yes, the turnabout.
That you came and turned out.
Turned
with
the fuck out.
Period.
Okay. So, how was it turning 30 this year? Did you do anything for your birthday? Because that was fabulous. So, what did you do for the 30?
I did nothing.
Why?
Because that week of me turning 30 was so real. Like literally, I was at work and on Monday, the week, because my birthday was on a Saturday.
Okay.
It was on Saturday or Friday. One of them two. It was towards the end of the week. And I was just working and my music was playing, and then a song from T.S. Lil Kendrick came on.
Which one?
It's called It's Time.
Oh, okay. When
I tell you It's Time came on, and that thing set in me, shout out to Next Generation, T.S. Lil Kendrick. Like, when that thing set in me, and I was at work just crying because I was just kind of just reflecting on, damn, look how far I have come, And so I told myself, like, everybody was like, so what you doing this year? What you doing this year? Are you doing another turnabout? What's going on?
And
I was like, it would have been fun. Well, everybody all of a sudden,
everybody's doing turnabouts now.
So I was like, I already did mine. So,
been there, done that. Sometimes you have to open the door and then let the other girls walk through afterwards.
But I would say, some of the girls are really like, I judged the turnabout, which was crazy.
Yeah.
And it was epic. Like, it was everything.
This guy I know was in it. Ali Mugler, light skin, badass body, shape, and real pretty face.
When I tell you
that ass is too fat. Ooh. Period. So anyways, Reecey, I kind of want to just fast forward because you're here in Texas now, right? So what inspired your move to Texas? What made you be like, Atlanta, I can't?
Well, it wasn't necessarily, Texas wasn't my first choice.
Okay.
So when I was in Atlanta, I was like, okay, I'm finna turn 26. It's time for me to move. I gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
And at the time, me and my homegirl, Shauna Brooks, shout out Shauna Brooks, she was about to move. So I was like, well, girl, why don't we just move together downtown Atlanta and everything? But my uncles was like, no, because you're not going to be in that lifestyle doing all of that. They was like, I am. No. Yeah. You're not going to be, And so I was like, okay. So.
okay.
But like as I was styling, every now and then I would drive Uber.
Okay.
And what happened was I picked up this guy, this Asian guy, this real fine Asian guy. I picked up this guy, and he got in the car and sat in the front seat, and I'm just like, bitch. This before COVID.
Years before COVID.
Okay. And so he sat in the front seat, and we were just talking, and I was like, so where you from? He was like, I'm from Texas. I was like, oh, okay, what part? I'm from Dallas. And I was like,
a fine-ass Asian.
Yes. He was fine as
Was he blackwashed or was he like true Asian?
He spoke English.
Okay.
Very fluent, but he was fine as fuck.
Yeah.
And so I was like, And so then, like, literally all that week, I started seeing Texas license plates. And I was like, I ain't never noticed a Texas fucking license plate until after this dude. And then my best friend, who's from Shreveport, went to Grambling.
Okay.
Was like, I'm gonna move to Texas, to Dallas. And I was like, what made you move to Dallas? Well, Aubrey Aubrey had already lived here. And so she was like, Aubrey is we're
Is that Marlo? Okay.
And so she was like, I'm moving to Dallas. And she was like, well, when I get my apartment, girl, you can come down here, you can move, you can stay with me until you get your place. And I was like, okay.
Cool.
Went out the country, came back, got me a Craigslist roommate.
Okay.
Because she wasn't fully down here yet.
Okay.
And I had got me a job.
At her house?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you got your own thing waiting on her.
I just got a whole nother situation.
Gotcha.
And then I got me a job. And then I moved to my own place. And then...
Is that the season 1 house?
No.
Oh, okay. That was before. Okay,
The crazy thing is, it's like, I didn't start thinking about season 1. That was my second apartment here.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, season 1, the show came about after they booked me for the reunion.
Yes, and we'll see. Now that we're already there, let's just go ahead and get into that. Because we know you hosted the Chasing Atlanta season 1 reunion. Look, that's the EP in here.
Right.
That's the EP in here. Give me together. So, you hosted the Chasing Atlanta season 1, episode 1 reunion. You know, we're all fans of Chasing Reality. You know, Chasing Atlanta was the blueprint for a lot of these shows going on right now. So, how did you get involved in even hosting that show, and then later on becoming E-fucking-P to where you're calling the shots for the girls?
What happened? He's so dramatic. What happened was I had reached out and I was just complimenting these 2 gay men that was doing something. Dario Abrams and Kevon Burns. And I was just like, y'all doing it. Y'all fucking it up. I live.
Shout out to Dario and Kevon.
Yes. Shout out.
And
so what happened was later we continued to have conversation, and then they were like, well, we're looking for a host. And I was like, oh, well, shit, I would love to do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I watched the show, so let's do
it.
So I went to Atlanta, and I met with them. I met with the whole cast and production team prior to, because they was having some problems. So I had a moment with them to kind of consult with them and just say, hey, y'all, this is something that I see can go very far.
This was before the reunion?
This was
you
the
had this
day
conversation?
before the reunion.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
Literally.
Gotcha.
And mind you, this is when I wasn't there. To be clear, I wasn't there from day 1, but I was there from day 2. Okay, with the brand clock. And so we had this conversation. We went and did the reunion and everything. And then when I came back to Dallas, me and Kevon kept in touch, and me and Nico kept in touch.
Who's Nico?
Nico was a part of production.
Is that Nico from Little Women?
Little Women.
Okay.
And so me
and
him kept
he?
in touch. He's in New York. Last time I haven't talked to him in a while, but I think last time he was in New York.
Okay.
And so we kept in touch, and then all of a sudden we went ghost, and then Dario reached out to me, and he was like, Kevon had mentioned, well, what do you think about doing a Dallas show? And I was like, I ain't never did that before, so I don't know. And then so we just stopped talking about it. Then Dario reached out, and he was like, so what's up with doing a Dallas show? And I was like, well, let's take a shot.
Yeah,
and
never know.
Boom.
And that's when you came here and you start asking some of the people who already lived here, and they were pretty much trying to pay you dust.
They wasn't trying. They did pay me dust.
So they did pay you
dust. They did pay. They
paid
me.
So after you did season 1, did the DMs start coming more as far as people wanting to be those same people, or was it was it still dust being paid?
It was still dust being paid throughout season 1, because even with casting, Aubrey and Premier at the time, me and Aubrey was extremely close, and we're good.
Right.
And then me and Premier were friends at the time. So they were down to do it. And then I met you at the awards, and you was down to do it. And then everybody kind of started to filter in.
Yeah.
And then season 1 came out, and even though the city did embrace it, y'all embraced it.
Definitely.
And the numbers just...
Yeah.
And
that's really all that matters. There's a lot of hatred here in Dallas.
It is.
Period.
It is. It's a lot of clicky. It's a lot of stuff. But it's I think it's getting better a little bit. It's getting better.
I think that it takes a show kind of like Chasing Dallas, because I would have never hung out with a lot of the people from season 1 or season 2 had it not been for the show, because I'm just me, and I just kind of feel like that, being around different type of people in that dynamic, you see what can happen, and you can see, so, we love it, and we're here for it, and don't fucking stop.
No, I'm not going to stop. I can't stop. They want me to stop.
That's what I'm saying.
At
that season 2 reunion, you're like, it ain't going to be a Chasing Dallas season 3. I'm like, girl.
It was just, I guess a lot of people don't realize, that season, filming season 2 was a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it was so much because personally, I was dealing with a friend that was talking shit about my then situationship. Then I'm dealing with the situationship. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get this guy to understand, hey, no, this is real me. This is not for the show.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to tell nobody because this is not for the show.
Don't you hate that?
Oh my God.
It's like, oh, so you're no, bitch, this is it's still the same tea. Why can't you just understand it?
It's just what it is. And so it was just like all those things, and I was just like so over it. Like it was just, but then I had a talking.
And that's just that.
We're season 3 now.
Yeah. And we're here for it. We're definitely going to get into the retreat and season 3. But I definitely have some questions about 1 and 2. Okay.
Okay.
So, what's your take on Chasing Dallas season 1 now? Like in hindsight, like, are you proud? Do you feel like you could have did a little better? Like, what is your take on it nowadays?
I wish people would go back and watch it because I think we had a good season.
I do too.
I think we had a really good season to kind of set everybody from season 1 up for season 2.
Yeah. And
kind of like lay the slate.
Come on, Slate.
I think that I don't regret adding anybody on the cast.
Yeah.
I don't. I think that everybody was a good choice. The only thing looking back on season 1 is that with doing season 1, a lot of people got the big head coming into season 2. And then after
I was one of them.
2, well, no, I mean, I think you always had a big but it was just because of who you are. Like, you already are very everybody got work to do, but you're self-aware about who you are. Yeah. And so, but some people were not. And then they got this show with this validation and the views and then all this shit. And then they just became these different people. So that's the only thing that I wish I could have maybe prepared them better to kind of hone in on that. But yeah, people grown.
So the craziest moment for you, season 1?
Season 1? Craziest moment for me, season 1 would have had to be, the Easter egg event when you and Tony got into it.
Okay, yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. And that was my first time like dealing with like conflict on the show, like right then and there, like
just bam.
Yeah, like bam. I was like, damn, like that was a lot. That was a lot. That's why I'm like, I need to go in the house. Can I go in the house?
Yes.
So who was the most boring season 1?
The most boring?
The most that's like, oh, I can't take it. He's pretty much putting me to bed.
The most boring, I would have to say, and I hate to say it because that's my friend, but I think Aubrey was a little boring. Yeah, okay. I think Aubrey was a little boring only because he's so sweet and chill and laid back, but I think nowadays though Aubrey is totally different. Oh yeah, you know. But I think that Aubrey just wasn't ready for that. But now if he comes back around, you know, you never know. Stay tuned.
Yeah. I definitely feel like. And we're gonna talk about season 2, but I definitely feel like season 3 we need to see a little bit more of those season 1 girls, if you can. I mean, B King done lost all their weight and going around here doing these shows.
Oh yeah, she's shaking it up. I reached out to B King to be a part of season 3. He said he had to talk to his husband, but I mean, I know that he is very, very booked. Yeah. With everything, and then he got the shows that he's doing with his title as the Bearded Queen. I think that'll be cute for him to come on back. You know, in some way, somehow. Yeah. Because we stand B King. Yeah. Don't you? I love him. Yeah. I love him. He's always been real. You know what I'm saying? And not gave a fuck. And the girl can read down.
The girl can read down. Oh yeah. And that's what the people really don't know. And she didn't really show that.
Right.
But you know, she kind of did that reunion with her, Markell, and then her and Tony. Yeah. It was gagging. Yeah. So I want to talk about a little bit about the season 1 reunion when it seemed like, you know, Charles, you know, there was a lot going on with you and Charles, with you and Aubrey. Where do you stand with Charles and Aubrey nowadays? Like, have you talked to those girls?
Yes, I talked to both of them. I see Charles out and we'll hug and we'll, hey, how you doing?
Hey, Charles. I love me some Charles.
Shout out to Charles Jackson.
Shout out to Charles Jackson.
I actually just, on one of his Instagram photos, I sent some hearts to him.
Yeah.
So we see each other out and we're good because I think it was a big misunderstanding, but I just know that I did get my apology.
For everything. From the rooter to the tutor.
From the rooter to the tutor.
And just to be clear, y'all never fucked around though, right?
No,
like there was never any type of sexual interaction.
Now I definitely wanted to at one point in time.
Hello.
But it just was more so like I was like, okay, well, we're just gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And
you talked to Aubrey.
Me and Aubrey are good.
Good.
Aubrey is very, very busy. So I mean, but we talk. We text every now and then. We talk every now and then.
That's good.
But we're good. We spent a whole day together and went over his daddy's house because his daddy cooked down.
The daddy can cook.
Oh,
right?
The daddy can cook.
I love his daddy fine.
Daddy fine.
Daddy too fine.
Daddy fine, brother fine.
All them they all fine. Yes.
Yeah, but we're good. We're both
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So now I want to switch gears and get a little bit into season 2. Okay. Now I know that you and Aubrey are good now, but y'all did kind of have a little run in episode 1, and you know there was a lot going on. You kind of really went through a lot with a lot of your friends. On season 2. So what I want to know is just as for the season as a whole. Again, what's your take on it? Did you feel like we did better? Do you feel like what's your take on it now?
I think that with season 2, we absolutely gave the show a whole facelift. I mean, I think that adding Ariel, Dior, Trey Howard, Trey Womack, adding those girls to the fold definitely helped it.
Yes.
Because it was some familiar faces for the city.
For the city.
It was some familiar faces. And I think they had stories to tell.
Yeah.
I mean, there were the ups and downs because, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that y'all didn't get to see. But I don't regret the cast. I don't regret the choices that were made.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some things that have come back to light since then.
A lot of situations.
A lot of situations have come to light. So it's like and I'm definitely addressing them.
Period. As you should.
I can't.
We love a girl that can address it in the scene and not only in the confession.
Right.
So, what was the crazy? That was shade. What was the craziest moment for you, season 2?
It was definitely Last Supper.
Yeah. I would say that Last Supper was completely crazy. And I can also say when you was finna toss Premier over the balcony down at Markell's game night, I thought that was a bit crazy, just personally. But I do want to talk a little bit about, there's been a lot said about, Reecey G as a cast member and producer, some people are here for it, some people don't care, some people are pressed about it, some people feel a certain type of way about it. Does that affect you, or do you just don't give a damn? What is your take on that at the end of the day?
At first, it did affect me. At first, it did. Now, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because you can always quit.
And go on about your day.
And go on about your way. Because
we don't need you.
What people forget is, like people always say, is this is not a 501c3. This is not. We don't get paid. I don't 1099. This way you can leave. Yeah, like you are free to leave at any moment.
Yeah.
You're not tied into this contract where you have to stay.
Right.
You can always. Hey, I don't want to do this no more. Okay, cool. Why you don't want to do it? Okay, cool. Bye. Go ahead about your business. But for me, anybody that says that they are pressed with me being a cast member and being the EP, they can kiss my ass.
Period, boo.
Bitch, at the end of the day, when you're boring, I have to spice it up. When it's too much spice, I have to calm it down.
That part.
And I still have to make sure that I maneuver everything so that the show keeps going.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it would be nice to just realize that me being EP because you ain't got to pay for shit. So.
Yeah, exactly. And just chill. Because one thing about you, Reecey, you're going to make sure, I feel like you really do your best to make sure that everybody looks good and you put everybody.
I try.
And I just have to give you your roses here now at the King Can't Wait TV, And I've told you this before and I say it all the time in interviews, I feel like I've always been King Cain, but I feel like you saw that judge and you're like, let's put you, right here and there. So, I'm grateful.
Just to let y'all know, Cain was and is the easiest person to fucking work with.
I think so too.
When I tell
I don't do too much.
When I tell you this motherfucker will show up to green screens on time, give me what I need, give
real
the
quick
what they need, get in, get out. He's gonna give you a look. He's gonna show up to scenes. He's gonna give you a read. So I am definitely trying to get.
Just don't come. But do you feel like with me in particularly? Do you feel like I was defending myself, or do you feel like I was just being a bitch?
I think that you were constantly defending yourself when you shouldn't have. To be honest,
I should just shut up.
You should have just read when you wanted to read and not defended yourself, because people are always gonna go at somebody that they think is different or odd.
Yeah.
And so I think that certain people that are from these small towns that are used to going to church every Sunday, Bible Belt girls, you know, the Hallelujah Chorus girls, when they see somebody who is so eccentric,
yeah,
so stylish,
it's like a shock.
It is. It's definitely a shock for them. And so it's like when it came down to you, it was like you never knew how Cain was gonna come.
Yeah.
And so it was like, because you always, I mean, to me it's normal.
Yeah.
Coming from Atlanta.
Right.
I mean, you fit in Atlanta easily.
Yes.
You fit in LA easily.
Yeah.
New York easily.
Yeah.
But in Dallas, where it's this conservitude, it's like,
It's conservative.
it's very conservative.
Yes,
and it's like,
it is.
when you have somebody who is breaking out of the mold, that's why they gave me so much grief. Because I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
And then for doing the show
regardless.
too, it wasn't heard of. It wasn't a thing. Dallas was late.
Right.
Yeah.
So it definitely was. I think that people tried to pick on you because they thought that you was a punk.
And thought I wasn't gonna say anything
Exactly.
or have a voice.
Right.
That's crazy. So, who was the most boring season 2?
Season 2, the most boring was Markell. To me.
Why?
Because we still didn't know what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't know what he did. All we knew is that he was working. Well, now I know that he was orchestrating mess and putting keys in people's backs all last season. He's doing that now too.
Oh, so he's keeping the shit going for season 3?
Definitely.
So, okay, I want, because that was my next question. I wanted an update on you, Markell, and Premier's threesome, you guys' friendship. Not sexual threesome, but you guys were Team Left Couch at one point in time.
We were.
So, is it just no longer? Like,
It's
are you
no
and Premier
longer.
y'all not friends?
No, I actually saw Premier last night. He did not speak, and then he said something slick. And the only reason I didn't rap him is because it was Dior's birthday party.
Oh my, so he was invited there?
I
I wasn't invited.
I don't think that he was invited. I think what people have a tendency to do when it comes down to this group of people that I work with is when they think they're gonna be in a room by themselves, they're gonna bring somebody. And so that's what I think Markell did. He brought somebody because Dior doesn't even know Premier like that to invite him. So Markell probably asked, hey, can I bring somebody? And invited him just so he could have some backup. And then because George did at one point, he said he wasn't coming, but then George ended up popping up.
So the girls are back. Child, I'm gagging. So, it was Dior's birthday. Did you have a good time? It was a nice event?
I thoroughly had a great time. Like, I had so much fun. It was like, he had this 90s themed house party. It was epic. Like, the food was good, the vibe was good, the liquor was flowing. It was everything. We
That's
had a good time.
So, you didn't speak to Markell or Premier while you were there?
No, I did not.
That's crazy.
I did not. They spoke of me.
And and Markell is back on the show.
He's here.
Okay. So, what's your takes on Lovers and Friends? Did you watch Lovers and Friends? Did you feel like that was good? I loved it. I thought it was great.
You thought it was great?
I loved Lovers and Friends.
You thought the idea was great?
I loved the idea. I loved the whole
concept,
the whole about it.
Thank you.
So why are you telling me thank you, bitch? Thank you. Why?
Well, I mean, the show idea, the premise of it came from this brain of mine.
I do remember you were going to come out with a dating show. Looking for love. Having a few of the entertaining girls pop in and pop out.
Have the friends apart.
Yeah.
I asked you to do a scene with me.
Yeah.
And a whole concept.
Oh my goodness.
So I have not watched Lovers and Friends.
Oh my goodness.
I have not watched
It's really good though.
I'm sure it is because
really good.
our editor is fantastic. Shout out to Andario Abrams.
Yes.
You know, Dario Daily Media does a great
Dario
job.
slayed that shit.
But I have not watched it, no.
So have you ever seen Lon D in person? I think Lon D is so fine and chocolate.
Yeah, I've seen him in person. I think he's really, really cool. I actually posted him on Instagram one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really sweet guy. I hate that he's a part of that show, but I mean, hey, I hope it gets better because it's not performing well on the channel. And I have the stats for it.
I want to go on and move on. I really hate the fact that you guys are not friends. Y'all need to get over that shit and move forward. Y'all need to move forward.
You know, I look at it like this. I mean, if you're talking about me as a person, then okay. If you don't like me as a person, we can work through that because it's just me, or I can change something for myself.
But why come back around something that you are trailblazing if it's just so much hatred and animosity?
Because it's an opportunity. It's still an opportunity because I'm gonna still be a businessman at the end of the day. So if I think that you're good for business, we definitely gonna fuck with each other.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't have to call you because I'm frying some pork chop.
So you didn't have to pitch that show to get it on the channel?
Let's be very clear.
Did you pitch that show to get on the channel?
I did not have to pitch Chasing Dallas, okay? The owner of the company of Chasing Reality LLC, Ondario Abrams, thought this would be a good idea. We worked together, and now that's one of my closest and best friends.
Yes.
Because we work together, we love on each other. That's my bitch.
Yeah.
And we make magic together when it comes to this show.
Yeah.
I did not have to pitch.
Yeah.
Unlike some people that did a pitch meeting to Ondario trying to be slick, I was in the room. I helped the pitch meeting happen because Ondario could not understand the concept of, say, a lovers and friends.
Yeah.
And so I said, girl, it's just Reecey G looking for love just with two people.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. And then Markell, you asked me, so you want to be a part of Reecey as a producer? I said, cool. Then we go downstairs and have a conversation. This is day after the reunion.
Oh, wow.
Day after the reunion. One more time.
Season 2
day
reunion.
after season 2 reunion.
Oh, wow.
While when you went to Thailand to hang out with your people,
yeah,
I was in the Airbnb cooking. Mind you, I made jambalaya. I made sausage and chicken jambalaya.
There was a meal being prepared.
With cornbread.
Yeah.
And Miss Thing walked in. She pitched the show. She was sitting there stuttering because she didn't know how to pitch a show. I helped her out. I fixed her a plate. We sat and we ate.
So y'all were kind of okay then? Because y'all kind of made amends at the season 2 reunion.
My thing is, when you're trying, the reason why me and Markell stopped being friends is because you were going around to people talking about my situation and bad-mouthing.
Look at Malcolm chiming in. I just have to call that out.
He been trying to produce his own. What he say? Let me see.
He said Markell been trying to produce his own show for years.
And he been trying to produce his own show for years. Y'all should have hit me up. I would have told y'all how he do business. And you know what? The thing about it, Malcolm, is he has been trying to produce his show. Like, I have been sent the links. I have been very two-faced. I have been sent the links. Markell has been trying to be a model. Markell is trying to be a singer. Markell has been trying to
sing?
In one of these videos that somebody sent me, he really can. He's He's been trying to do all these things. He had a show that he put on YouTube for 7 years ago that's still up on YouTube. And it did nothing. So now what he did was he weaseled his way in.
He said 7 years ago.
7 years ago. He weaseled his way in. Mind you, he been on Bill Cunningham, Jerry Spring, everything. Cheetahs. He weaseled his way in. To befriending me, just so he could see what I do, see how I did it, try to pitch a show behind my back. But when you talk to your business partner is going to confer with you about business, right?
Right.
And so, not that, now be clear, Ondario did not invite me to the pitch meeting. I was in the kitchen cooking in an Airbnb, and Markell walked in the door and said, hey. I said, hey, you want to play? Then we go downstairs.
Oh, Ondario was down here for the reunion. I'm like, Ondario was there, but yeah, gotcha.
Reunion.
Yeah.
So then we're eating. After we get done eating, me and Markell go downstairs and talk for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours about our friendship. I told him why I was mad and everything. You apologize, and then you say, quote, well, maybe the show can help our friendship get better. So then when you cut me out of all the dealings with the show, you say to me, that shows me that you don't have any love for our friendship. Our friendship was just shit, basically. You use me and the show to get where you need to get to. You weaseled your way behind my back to pitch a show that I helped bring up. And then 1 minute you say that your boyfriend helped you come up with the idea for a show. Nigga, you wasn't even talking to your boyfriend at the time about the show because you were trying to figure out how much money you had to pay to keep him around. Then you go around and you say stuff like, oh, when it comes down to the show, Reecey wasn't doing nothing with the show, so I came and I just wanted to go ahead and do something with it. So which one is it? Which line you gonna go with today?
Was it my idea or did you picture yourself?
Exactly.
Okay.
Was it you and your boyfriend idea?
Yeah.
Or was it really my idea that you got and you rolled with?
Is the boyfriend fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I do want to talk to you a little bit about my bitch, my good Judy. Womack. Have you talked to Womack? Have you seen Womack? Is Womack still around?
Last time I saw Trey was I had a booking. I was hosting a award show.
Okay. How was that award show with D Black and them?
Yes.
Okay.
It was pretty good. For their first go, they did a very good job.
Okay.
Like I commend them for that.
Is D Black and that boy together?
I'm not sure. I think so, but I'm not sure.
D Black is so cute.
They if they are together, I think they more so like best friends, but I don't know if they together or not.
Okay.
But they were really, really cool.
Okay.
They came with the coin.
and it was time.
And Womack was there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was nominated, and at that time he had quit the show.
Okay.
And so Womack has this thing where he knew how much I was into him at the time. I don't know if it was real, if it was fake. I'm gonna take it as real at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so he, we talked a little bit, and then later on, I treated him to lunch so we could have a talk.
This is present day, or was this?
This is like 2 months ago,
Gotcha.
3 months ago.
Okay.
And so we sat down, we had lunch, and we just talked about why he went live on me, why he was saying all this stuff about me, and all
Tony
of that.
Price was on that live too, chiming in.
Did. So
bless her heart.
She just so meth. Don't do meth, y'all.
Thirsty for whatever.
Please don't do drugs. Please don't do drugs.
Yeah.
But we talked, and he wanted to come back. And I told him, I said, ask the correct question.
Right.
And the thing about it is, because I still have love for him, I'm not gonna lie, I still got like a lot of love for him tucked away in the corner of my heart. I'm not finna set you up to come on a platform to be demolished.
Right. Did he feel that way?
Well, he didn't, but I already knew what the public would do.
I don't think Womack looked bad at all.
I don't think that he looked bad, but when everything, like when he went live and when he did all that stuff, because we're gonna have to address it on camera.
Right.
And so.
Oh, and then that's gonna cause the fans and the viewers and the people to formulate this thing about him.
And I still, I mean, until he does have a new boyfriend now, but at the time, I don't think he did. But
he got a new man. Go on, Womack.
He got a boyfriend. I think they live together. I don't know. They got a dog together, from what I know. I think that they spent Christmas together. I don't know if he met the mama or not. You know, but yeah, my thing is, you can't. I would feel guilty if I brought him back to this platform and we didn't come up with a plan to keep his emotions safe, because what y'all don't know is I know that man. I know that man. He may deny it all he wants to. He may tell his friends that he don't, but I know that man.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time together. I know him, and because of who he is, I was not going to allow him to set himself up for failure on the platform again.
Yeah.
So when he said that he wanted to come back, I said no.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was like an executive decision.
It was an executive decision and partly a personal decision too.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't want you to set yourself up for that.
Gotcha.
Like just as a person. Like
but the tension or beef or lack thereof is not as serious with Womack as you would say it is with Premier and Markell.
No.
Like you can
like
love him,
actually I
him.
take that back. My birthday night, I went out to Marty's to have a drink. I saw Trey. I hugged him.
What Marty's been giving lately?
Same
Is
thing.
Marty still Marty?
Same,
I love Marty's. So,
Marty's still Marty.
So what's the place tonight?
Area 111.
Area 111. And Ariel is performing.
Ariel is performing
tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
And they actually have Asia O'Hara. She's performing too from RuPaul Drag Race.
I love her teeth.
Oh, yeah, she's
okay.
beautiful.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
So yeah.
Oh, cute. I'm gonna push through. So speaking of shows that are on the channel, whatever happened to Woo the Lee show?
Well, with Wooda's show, with Zell and Woo, it has...
Zell and Woo!
With Zell and Woo had to be revamped for casting purposes, but we're still in production.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
I want to see that friend that bucked up at Wooda's car when Wooda was driving off. I said, now why is he bucking up at the car?
Oh, my God. He was, Yeah,
Buddha is gone.
It's definitely been a journey with that. But we got the show. It's
still gonna be a thing.
It's still,
regardless.
Yeah, it's still gonna be a thing.
I'm so here for that.
We got to put it together the right way because I'm co-EPing with him with that.
Good.
And so it just has to be the right. It has to work out right. So
I do want to say something. You had made a Facebook status. This was like months ago, probably like before March.
Okay.
No, probably in May.
Okay.
It's probably like March, April, May-ish.
Okay.
And you were just pretty much like, it's crazy how people, take your ideas and woo, 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 and try to take your show and woo, 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 woo. So you were talking about lovers and friends, not Zell and Woo.
Right.
Gotcha.
Because Zell and Woo was still Reecey G EP, Woo the lead EP.
Gotcha.
Still.
Yeah. And one thing about Woo, that I feel like Woo is a very classy girl.
Very.
And I feel like things are going to be done right and proper.
Wooda is a type of person where he's gonna always give you your roses. He's gonna always be real. If you don't know something, he's gonna get the answer.
Yeah.
If he pay you for your services or your edits, then he's definitely gonna want the stuff done.
Yeah.
But because of how he was, working with somebody else, I stepped in. I said, "Friend," because we are friends.
Yeah.
I said, "Friend, let's do this. Let's make this work."
Mm-hmm.
And so we're making it work. Yeah.
Yes. Well, shout out to all of the season 1 girls
Yes.
of Chasing Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that, we all gotta come together at some point. Maybe not now.
I would say this. We can all come together, but we don't have to be friends.
Yeah. Just be respectful. Don't be funny. And then give me your feelings when somebody else want to be funny.
Right.
So let's
But
just
I
be
would
respectful.
tell you, with this group of girls, this go around, what they like to do right now, it's because Reecey is back to regular old Reecey. I'm not wearing the wigs. I'm not a female figure. So I don't necessarily have to keep that much coof.
Yeah.
Cause now I rap a hoe.
Yeah.
But they like to talk shit and act funny at other people's events. They was acting funny at George's event.
Oh, George had an event?
He had an ugly sweater party and they was acting funny.
Oh,
and I was just
the girls
like,
are having events this year.
And I was just like, girl, what? And so I'm not finna tear up somebody else's event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't be doing that.
I
can't be throwing up
doing
people's events.
But
let other people do that.
At y'all event, if y'all want to press me at your event, then I'll come see you.
Now, I love that idea. Like, I'm not going to show out with you at this person's event, but you have something and let us show out at your event.
Exactly.
Gotcha. I get it. So, the last time we saw you, and you said that, last time we saw your season 2 reunion, you took a lot of shit. There was a lot of people coming at you. I mean, it seemed like that whole other couch, everybody had something to say to Reecey G or about Reecey G. How are you and Carrie D?
Miss Carrie D. Miss Carrie, baby.
Because I know she had a lot to say. The people were gagging like, look at Carrie. Speaking.
We had a conversation, and you guys will see it. Me and Carrie, I think we have an understanding.
Okay.
I think we have an understanding. I saw him last night. It was cool.
Well, I discussed y'all had like a little social media rant, and on one of my Chasing Atlanta reviews, I said, now, did y'all see Reecey G and Carrie going back and forth? I said, now, Lord, what is going on in Dallas?
I mean, I look at it like people like to try to comfort me. They like to have a reading match.
I can't believe Carrie did that.
I couldn't believe it either.
Sweet, nice, wholesome Carrie.
But I had to go ahead and let her know. Remember,
I'm not the one, I'm not the two.
Until you knew me. But we alright.
That's good. Shout out to Carrie and his friend, Lyndon, roommate.
Lyndon James.
Delicious.
You see they just released the remix with Oliver.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's
cute. So let's talk a little bit about, because you just dropped a little, not the trailer, but like the promo for Chasing Dallas, The Retreat. So it's not replacing season 3. There's still going to be a season 3.
Yes.
Y'all just did The Retreat. Why?
The Retreat was more so that people could get away and make a very conscious effort to mend
certain situations.
We wanted to, as a brand, as a Chasing Dallas brand, I said, you know what, there was a lot going on at the reunion.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on. So let's try to separate ourselves from that to see if we can fix the problems that we have. You know, we had a guy come that was very spiritual to give us all these
that was my next question. Y'all get some type of...
We did challenges together. We did a lot of things together where we talked. It was some old faces and then some new faces that are apart that needed to get away to just try and mend and heal themselves.
Yes.
And I would say
one of
you
them
guys
being...
will see it. One of them being...
Mr. December. Is he on the retreat?
I cannot say.
Well, I feel like I heard his voice, and I also did a CAINIAC conversation with me. He was like, "I'm going to Dallas. I'm going to Dallas."
I will say, me and December are cool. December has been in Dallas, and we've hung out.
Okay, December. You know, he's one of those girls who's definitely gonna, you know, speak his speech.
Oh,
and say his opinion. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely gonna be reviewing.
That's why I fucks with December.
Yeah,
I fucks with December because December is. I will say that December is growing.
Yeah.
And he, like, when it come down to Dre, like, I tell him, I say, look, friend, like, I know where you were at with G-Status and how you was nutting up and all this stuff. I said, but if you trying to really grow and do something, you're going to have to kind of pull back and deal with that.
So who was he talking about when he said she just doesn't impress me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you can say that the retreat y'all were able to get, bitch. I'm trying to ease some questions in there.
I would say at
but
the
you
retreat,
can't be moved.
I say at the retreat, you know, me, Trey Howard, and Ariel did go on the retreat.
Yes,
and there were some other people there as well. You'll meet our curator, who his name is Trey as well.
Okay,
crazy,
it's a lot of Treys.
It's a lot of Treys. But his name is Trey. He's a astrology healer.
Oh yeah.
So you'll meet him. Who is absolutely fab. Like he's really, really cool. And you know,
y'all should have damn tarot reader there.
Oh no, we had the better because I mean he definitely kind of broke some things down with me, Trey, and Ariel, and just kind of because I had a reading with him before. And he literally told me how everything was going to pan out. With a lot of things. Yeah. But I would say the retreat brought me, Ariel, and Trey so much closer.
Well, why you didn't go on the retreat with Premier and Markell? Were they not invited? Did they not? Was it an audition thing, or did you just select the girls who you felt like needed?
I mean, we did a casting.
Okay.
We did do a casting for the retreat, and people that wanted to be a part were a part through the casting. Okay. I asked some people to go because I had made a post on Facebook, and Ariel and Trey Howard was like, "Oh, we need to go on a trip," and I was like, "Okay, well." I've been working on things with Howard. Me and Ariel back on track. So let's try and bring some girls together to go on a trip.
Yeah, shout out to Ariel O'Hara. Bitch, I'm coming to see you tonight.
Okay, but yeah.
So there's no tea you can drop for your girl here at the King Can't Wait TV. There's no
about
exclusive.
The retreat.
Yeah, I just want to know about the retreat. Just something or it's just something that you could say, or you know, we will be shocked by this, or we will be gagged at this.
I will say that you will be gagged at how somebody that you mentioned grows.
Okay. That's good.
You will be very surprised.
Good.
So, I mean, there's going to be another teaser coming out in a couple weeks, so you'll definitely see the entire cast. Yeah. And so you're definitely going to be surprised at one person in particular that I'm super proud of that has really grown.
That's good.
For sure.
That's good. I'm happy.
And
we're here for it. We're here for it. So I want to talk a little bit about season 3. I had to go from Chasing Dallas season 1, season 2, the retreat. Now we're on 3. So we all know that you guys are currently filming. So how's that been? I mean, the retreat's done. Now, like, this is like the season. This is what's going on.
Well, we were filming both at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So it was a lot of work.
Okay.
But I haven't really been in Dallas. I've been traveling a lot, working. Yeah. You know, I've been in
You've been doing other shows and stuff like that, too.
Yeah. I've been all over the place. So, I mean, I haven't been really here. But from what I'm hearing is that even though I'm not here, people talk about me.
Oh my God! So your team is really working for you and doing what you need them to do. Is Cameron back around?
Yes,
please keep shaking.
Cameron, yes.
Okay, good.
Cameron is still a part. I've added Roderick. I have CJ is still a part.
You got Eccentric.
Yes. Yes.
Great choice.
I mean, yes.
Great choice. Yes. I like it.
And so, you know, now, because things are growing, I can trust them. I don't have to be at every scene filming.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to be filming and then producing. I can be while they're over here filming, I could be over here filming or over here getting something else ready, because I have more shows coming.
Period.
So, I have other things to do.
Right.
I'm
I
not
can't
here.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard.
But Chasing Dallas is your baby, so.
Oh, yeah. So
that's always going to be relevant.
You always got to rock the baby.
Right.
But yeah, I can trust my team 100%. That's one critique that I will say that I took at the reunion, which was they were like trying to shade me, but they was like, maybe you need to have more people on the team. I was like, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that one and lock it up. Yeah. But yeah, I don't have to be there because honestly, I really don't have time to be there. I like to be downtown at my home. I'm living
minding your business.
I'm trying to date.
It's very posh. What did you say? Season 2. I live in a very posh side of town.
Well, that's when I lived in White Rock with all the rich white folks.
Oh, yes.
But see, now I live downtown with all the rich white folks.
Come on, downtown. So I'm here for that.
But season 3 with these people, as y'all know, I haven't been going live like I used to when wearing the girls out.
Yeah.
Because I want to wait till, since y'all are talking about me over here, let's come to my domain and talk about it.
Period.
So let's address it.
So would you say you're the oddball out this year? Is it looking that way, or is there other tension going on too?
I would say probably after an event that I got coming up, somebody else is gonna be the oddball out because they're gonna expose the team. It's gonna be some receipts.
Well, you heard that. And then you season 3 bitches are sitting here watching, which I'm sure quite a few of you are.
Under dummy account.
Look, there's gonna be something going on. I don't know. I won't be there, but you girls better bring it because we're gagging. I will be reviewing and watching season 3 as well. But before we play this game to wrap this up, is there any gems, anything you want to say? Anybody you want to shout out? Right here, right now.
I love everybody that's been brought back for season 3. I love everybody, I definitely think that Chasing Atlanta, y'all cast, y'all done a great job. It was good seeing you.
I thought that was real cute.
With Dominique.
Yeah.
I live for Dominique.
Hey, Nick, are you here?
Okay.
Dominique might be here. Hey, Nick.
In the room. I just been doing my own thing. Yeah. I just been working a lot, working very hard.
There's a calmness about you that
30 hit.
Yeah, I don't know if because last time I saw you, Reecey, was the reunion. There was a lot of tension. There was a lot of
I was so emotional
shit going on.
Oh my God, I was so emotional. It was like my phone had just got stolen. Then the nigga that I want to date ain't working now. Then my friend Ariel, we at odds. And then my friend Markell, we at odds because he betrayed me. And then I got all this.
This bitch stupid because he betrayed
me. Yeah. And it was just so much going on that day. But now it's like. If I always have believed that if you lead your life without malicious intent, God is gonna bless you.
Period.
And I've been blessed. I have definitely been blessed.
And I can definitely speak to that. Blessings are real. And they will come out of the blue. And you be like, what the hell did I
ain't mean
do?
to take y'all to church on Sunday, but it's just, I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But like the fucks that I am gonna give, you gonna feel it.
Period.
That's it. Because there are things that I'm not gonna. One thing that my best friend told me, and he had been telling me this for years, Reecey, you have to turn into a bitch for people to respect you. So I want to be that bitch. Since y'all call me that bitch, I'm gonna be that bitch. My yeses are gonna be yeses. My no's are gonna be no's.
Period.
And I'm gonna make sure that y'all are not gonna make me out to be a bad person when I know I'm a good person. Because at the end of the day, I work hard for everybody under this entire brand.
Yeah.
Chasing Reality, I'm a part of Chasing Reality as a whole. I support one of my best friends, Andaria, with this.
And I will say this, just when I went and filmed that scene with them, you and Andario have a lot in common as far as how when it's filming time, it's go time, we working, it ain't really no key moment, get your ass in here, do what you gotta do, type of energy. And I was, after I finished filming that scene with them, I was like, okay.
It's how it goes.
Yeah, it was like
we can.
Yeah, it was like seeing the difference in the way the Dallas producer does it versus the way the Atlanta producer does it, and it's similar, but you guys definitely do have y'all differences as well, and it was just kind of like a gag to see, you know. Yeah. So I thought that was dope. I thought that was really cool.
Because like we trying to go places because it's like, now that we are considered to be the one of the leading. It's like there's a lot of pressure on us to do what's right for our people. Like I don't think that people really realize it's more than it's more than just this a show on YouTube, the biggest streaming platform.
The biggest streaming platform in the world.
It's not just a show. It's that we really care about these people, even though the people don't really care about us. The cast, they
be ready to read and roast production.
Production did this. I was edited wrong and all this stuff. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you was edited wrong. You see all this shit. Do I fire you or do I still keep you around to help you grow? And those are the tough decisions that we have to make. Yeah. So. And I definitely.
And sometimes I do feel like production sometimes a lot of you guys, y'all just take one for the team and still bring people back who, you know, have done this. Because those people and stuff are really good for the situation.
Yeah.
You know?
And at the end of it all, it's like the reason why I told myself I'm not recasting for season 3. Yeah. I'm reaching out to it, but I lost you.
Yeah.
I hate
I
it.
know. I miss you guys.
I hate that I lost you, but I'm glad that I lost because you're growing. Yeah. But like,
and God is so good.
He is very good, and He has been definitely carrying you right on through. I watch, I see it. Yes. And you have a different.
It's just something.
It's a something.
It's just a grown ass bitch with a fat ass.
That's it.
Yeah.
We ain't got the ass, but
the ass is there. Don't play.
She's
there.
It's coming.
She's there nowadays.
You know, I just look at it like, you know, when it comes down to certain things like that, you have to keep your word and you have to look out for your people no matter what. And I think that Dallas has been a city that's been plagued by turn my back syndrome for the longest, and I'm not gonna do that. If you want to leave, you can leave. Yeah. But if you want to stay, I'm going to work my ass off. That's great.
And I do feel like she had 3 seasons. I mean, damn.
3 seasons in
Atlanta's already on 4.
3 seasons in 3
so
years.
So it's like,
we've been constantly working.
Get it going, yeah. So go ahead and let the CAINIACs know where they can follow you one last time before this game.
You guys, make sure that you go and follow me at Reecey G, RESSIEG on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Reecey G Tweets. Make sure you subscribe to the Chase Reality YouTube channel because Chasing Dallas is coming, the retreat is coming. I have some other shit coming. So
we're here for it.
Yes.
So I played this game with everyone, all the G status girls, all the chasing girls, all the come up girls. Okay. Now, for you, it's going to be a little different because I'm not only doing season 2, I'm adding the season 1 girls. Okay. So basically, I have a name. I have a list of names of everyone from season 1 to season 2. I don't have the retreat girls because we don't know yet. Right. But it's everyone that we've seen on season 1 and 2 of Chasing Dallas. Okay. So I'm gonna call out their name. Okay. And you'll just give me one word that describes them or one word about maybe how you feel about them, okay? Okay. All right, so let's start with Aubrey.
Sweet.
Okay. Premier.
Late.
Ariel.
Talented.
Howard.
Growing.
Good.
Growing.
Good for her. Tony.
Who?
Tony Price. Tony P, but I still get the money. Okay.
That's the word. Who?
Who? Hashtag who? Y'all heard that one.
Who? Fuck her.
Your good big booty friend Tonio. The one you from the beat the fuck up at the Last Supper.
I don't even know if she's still alive.
Is she still in Dallas?
I don't know. So
I don't even see her on the
we're gonna do Lost. That's gonna be the word, Lost.
But she gotta be lost because I don't see Tonio on the gram.
Well, for
she did have started a little YouTube channel.
I was talking to Stone the other day, and he said that she on Bigo Live. So I mean, I'm not watching.
I ain't seen Stone in forever, even on Facebook. How's
he
Stone
be going live. He's still doing his thing. Well, he be on Bigo more so because Bigo paid.
Bigo paid, right? And that's what, that's why I'm so passionate about YouTube because YouTube,
YouTube
paid.
Hell yeah.
So that's that. Wuda Lee with the P.
Wuda Lee. Down for me.
That's what's up.
Down for me.
Good.
For sure.
Charles.
All I think about is from Rick Ross.
Oh, Charles, give me some of that. Period. George.
George. I would say disconnect. Because I think that I don't really think we have a problem, but we just have a disconnection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cain.
Love.
Lovely.
Love.
Be King.
Working.
Yeah.
He is working. WERKIN.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you guys or follow B King, but B King has lost a whole lot of weight, and B King is the bearded queen. And I didn't know B King had that energy and oomph about him.
Well, you know, she did drag back where she's from up north.
So
she
this is
did
just.
I want to say she's from Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. So this is already, she did
Who
pageants.
she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just when coming to Dallas, you know, they had to come get settled.
Yeah.
And all of that. And I don't know how she doing it, because, you know, she's a general manager for MAC.
Yes.
As well as,
Yes.
like, she gets booked at all these clubs because she has that title
Yeah.
now. But she working it out. And then her husband is singing. And
The
so,
bitch looks good.
She look good. She look real good.
The bitch looks good.
She look real good.
Dior.
Dior. I would say bro.
Okay. Markell. So does Dior feel like you're broke?
No, I said, well, no, he doesn't feel like I'm broke anymore. But
the girls are in a good place.
We're in a really good place. Like, I mean, I would say that I'm glad that we're in a good place. And it's like me and his boyfriend are even kikiing. Like,
oh, with the dreads. Okay.
Like, I mean, we're in a very, very good place. Like, it's funny because they actually invited me out to brunch randomly one day, and we all sat, we ate, and we kikied, and
moved forward.
And just, we're
well,
good.
I think life is all about moving forward.
With people
the right way.
With people that matter, yes.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
Right, you have to have people who want to move forward.
Exactly. And I think that when it came down to Dior, Trey Howard, Ariel, for sure,
Yeah.
it was needed. For sure, yeah.
Markell.
Sad.
Not sad. Carrie D.
Sang his ass off.
Yes. And last but definitely not least, Womack.
I will always.
Not I will always love you. Oh shit! And bitch, I'm dead. Not I will always love you.
I will always have love for him.
You heard it here.
That's my phrase.
Yes. You guys go ahead and start dropping your questions that we have for Reecey G.
Yes.
We're gonna
all of the questions.
We're gonna be on to the 80-minute mark. So come on. Reecey, this has just been great. Thank you so much for being a team player and coming. Yes, thank you for being open and speaking the truth, bitch.
Bitch, I always live for you.
Period.
You know. And I think, just for the record, me and Cain never had like a problem. It's just we never had the opportunity to get cool.
That's true.
But then right when you was finna move, it's when we started.
Right when we had the moment to do that, it was like, okay.
Yeah, it was just a lot. But I mean, I think that we always saw each other for
what it was. I always knew that you knew what was good for the show. Right. So I never tried to because I don't give a fuck. Who I am is who I am.
Cain has always worked when it came down to the show. Okay.
So don't do that.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Don't do that.
Don't get it twisted.
Okay. I am one of the stars from Chasing Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Period.
It would be no Chasing Dallas without King Cain.
That's so true. For 2 seasons.
Like, I mean, no shade. It wouldn't be.
Right. But you guys have a lot of good people there. So first question is from Gerard Tennant. Reecey, how did you come up with the wonderful idea of getting Imani Banza to do the commentary on the Chasing Dallas episode?
Well, I had followed, me and Eric Dillard have been friends for almost 9 years now. We've been friends for a long time. We did the play together.
Okay.
So he wrote a portion of it and I directed it. So we always known each other for a while.
Yes.
And I saw that he had built the Imani brand and it was like at the beginning stages of it. And I was like, let's try something.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know. I said, well, just trust me. Trust the process.
Trust the
process.
process.
I always say trust the process. And so when Imani came in, first episode, they didn't really care for her, but after that,
yeah, I mean,
people love Imani.
Yeah, she was really giving the girls a lot.
Oh yeah.
So, someone wants to know, do you hang out with any of the current season 3 cast outside of filming?
Yes, me and Ariel see each other maybe 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, y'all FaceTime the other day.
We always together. I started to hang out with Trey Howard. We'll text every now and then. Dior, yes. There's a new cast member that we brought in who you would actually live for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He is definitely sexy.
Okay.
Ass.
You know, I'm here for the ass.
Ain't no like a bubble.
Oh, shit.
But
period.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, we hang out. Like, those are the ones that I say I hang out with.
Nice. Is there a Chase in New York City coming?
There's not a Chasing New York coming. If it is, I'm not producing it. I don't know anything about a Chasing New York, but New York is very expensive, and y'all don't realize to do a city outside of where you live is tough.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So somebody asked. Oh, somebody gave a comment. I love this interview. You two are my favorites. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, honey.
Happy New Year.
Reecey, why all the girls tried to come for you at the reunion?
Because it was convenient to do.
Ain't that like the going thing?
It was
leave me
convenient
alone.
to do. I think a lot of people try to come for you when they think that you can't come back, and at the time, I couldn't, but now I am, because now I know how to do it the right way.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I think that you just kind of
people try to pay pussy with you.
Yeah,
and now I was over it, but now it's like I have to get under it, because it's like at the end of the day, you're not going to try to act that way with me. You're not going to do it. Period.
Someone wants to know, why are you leaving the androgynous alone and becoming more into Reecey G, the man?
Well, I have always been the androgynous side. You know what I'm saying?
That's
that was overtly femme for me.
Yeah.
I like being androgynous. I like throwing on a little eyeliner, a little brow.
Yeah.
But I've always liked having my beard too. So it's like I kind of just did what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
As you grow, and you have to be able to appeal to a broader audience. And honestly speaking, I'm still going to do me, but I have to do me in a way that people understand.
Love that.
So I can touch more people. So.
Love that. So, somebody said, Reecey and Cain, don't change your light, stay shining.
Yes.
The conversation was good. Thank you. Let's see. Being producer and cast members seem not to work in your favor on screen. How are you navigating both roles now? We just talked about that, Rachel Lewinsky.
Yeah, you just missed. Oh, hey, Rachel. Rachel Lewinsky is part of the LA team.
Oh, well, hey, boo. Thanks for being here.
It's to me, it's not hard. It's just hard for everybody else. I think I said.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I do my shit.
Yeah, we definitely did talk about that. So Rachel, definitely go back and watch the. A lot of these questions I'm skipping over because I already asked him. Hi, Reecey. You're the male version of Queen Oprah. I'm rooting for you being such a boss. Come on, Mr. Curtis Tisdale.
Thank you, Curtis.
Y'all keep dropping them. We'll go into like 85.
I mean, I would joke around and say I want to be the gay Oprah, but now it's like I look at it like if I continue to put out shows and I continue to expose us as a people, and this is my way of doing the work. Doing the work. And
you've always said that you want to come out, put something for the LGBTQ, LMNOP, Black African Americans.
Yes.
So
and I think
don't stop.
And I think I can't stop now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It.
And so it's like what Oprah did was she let her personality shine on a talk show. I'm letting my personality shine on a reality-based show, which means that I'm never gonna leave from being in front of the camera because people have to be able to relate to different types of people. Yes. And pushing out shows.
And I feel like who would be EP and not be a part of the cast? Like if everybody else go get they
hell yeah.
And bookings, and then why can't I be? Because bitch, I got half as much talent as y'all too, if not more.
Exactly. Shit. Look at Mariah Hook. Look at motherfucking Shawnee O'Neal.
All that.
Look at motherfucking Tamar Braxton, Tony Braxton. All them people EP their shows and they're on their shows.
Oh, this is a good question, Reecey.
Okay.
Who is your favorite cast member on the Atlanta franchise?
Current season, I would say at the top of my list.
That's a good question. Brent Williams.
At the top of my list, my favorite would be, I would say Kendra. I would say Kendra.
Okay.
And then, Kendra and Dominique kind of tied to me.
Yeah.
Kind of tied.
I hate to get up off my bitch Dominique in the comment section. This is first season. Damn.
All I gotta say is, if you are watching, they told me up first season too. Yeah. They always gonna tell you up first season.
They always do.
At the end, they fall in love with you. So I mean, just be patient.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
So Canto Canty wants to know, can you comment on the Oliver and Q drama with your involvement? And were you involved in that? Because I feel like that was your name that was... It was big. My name was a little bit mentioned. Why, I don't know. But what was that?
Well, what happened was with that, it was that whole situation was a two-parter. Okay, so your name was mentioned because talking to Stone, I jokingly was like when T.S. Madison and him was down for Pride.
Right.
And you and Oliver had linked up or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like, child, well, Cain came into the to Madison because we was getting Maddie ready.
I remember
and we
that.
was filming. Cain came in Maddie room with no drawers on, but you don't never wear drawers.
Right.
And Oliver's shirt was on backward. They probably was fucking, you know, just joking.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think it wasn't like, you know,
right.
I mean, if you was, I mean, if the op presented itself, let me say, you Cain would have definitely.
Of course, you know, I don't.
But I mean, you know, it was what it was. That was just a joke. But with the whole, because there was a rumor that was started about Q being homeless. And the thing about it that was odd when I watched it back was y'all sat there and act like y'all hadn't had this conversation. Y'all didn't know where it came from. But Q, you called me and asked me how I knew about it. And then on top of that, my good girlfriend, Ontario, it was brought to her by Justin J. and Gardini. And Justin J. I think he did an interview with Imani about it. And so I never said anything about it publicly, but what I did say was to Q, when he called me and asked me about it, I was like, well, Oliver told me about it.
Yeah.
And so I said, maybe you need to have a conversation with
your
him.
good Judy.
Right. And that's what I always do. You go talk to your friend. I'm not gonna lie and say where I got it from.
Yeah, y'all just gonna figure that out.
That's when Q started to say, well, me and him not on good terms because he was running around talking about Lauren, about her business and everything that she got going on. And so that's why
they didn't want to talk about that. They was on eggshells about that. But they could put out there that Q was homeless.
Right.
I didn't like that.
And my thing is like all of y'all was talking about each other except for Lauren.
Yeah.
Like, and Lauren at times I feel for Lauren because she's just trying to make it and chasing her dreams and doing her thing
and get the butt
and trying to get to it.
Yeah.
But then she is a casualty because it's like she confides in these people because Lauren doesn't have many friends.
Yeah.
So she confides in these people and then they run around telling her business on Mad Day. And then with Oliver, at times, it's not even necessarily Mad Day that he go run and tell people
it's just
business.
talking.
It's just talking. And he doesn't realize. Shut up, yes. But like one thing about Oliver, I think he's like so innocent in his thinking that he doesn't realize when he's spilling tea, he's spilling tea to people.
So where are you and Oliver today?
I text Oliver because he went live and did some very disrespectful things with the Atlanta production team. I did not appreciate it.
Wow.
I told him he was late for that and he needs to apologize to Dario about it.
Wow.
And at times, with
Oliver, people are eating Oliver up, so you know, and he's so used to getting all that love, that when somebody eats you up and somebody says something to you, it's kind of like, damn, am I being edited this way? It's like, no, that's you.
Yourself,
that's who you are.
No, you bring it on yourself too because it's like. Did nobody ask you to come on camera and talk about this? Did nobody ask you that when you was dating this boy to bring him on camera?
Yeah.
Whether it was real or fake, and then you turn around and you have your real boyfriend on the camera. Did nobody ask you to do that? These are things that you submit. These
they
are
shape
things that
just
you
alike,
want to
ain't
do.
they?
Who?
Him and the new boyfriend, the current boyfriend.
I've never
they
met
both
the
fine.
current boyfriend. I never met the current, but they both thick. They both
they both have the hips of a goddess, honey.
Yeah.
I'm gagging.
So I mean, you know, it's like this is stuff that y'all bring up, and it was funny because. I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and I saw Lyric London and Devon trying to bash the brand, bash Chasing Atlanta. And I was like, how y'all gonna bash when Lyric, you just asked Kevon that you said to Kevon that you wanted to come back, but now you bashing it because
the dancer?
because you got declined by coming back.
I saw him at one of these clubs.
And I'm like, this is not, you should be worried about being in the comments right now.
Yeah.
And then Devon,
what are they bashing? What is there to bash?
Well, they saying that it's
very
all about
consistent.
the drama. It's all about the drama. It's all about the drama. It's like no.
Gosh.
If you don't have,
I'm
if you don't have
people in that same stupid ass narrative.
I'm so tired of that too. It's like if you don't have any work to
y'all
bring,
watching it for the drama. Shut up. I'm so sick.
You watching it for the drama, but it's like if you don't have any substance to bring, then of course we can't show that.
You have to be well-rounded. That's what a lot of people don't know. Like, yes, you can be involved in the drama, have an opinion, but still be showing what the fuck you got going. Then open up about something you're going through in your personal. People just don't get it. They get so crunk about trying to beat a bitch up,
because like
that you lose out on, bitch. We want to connect with your stupid
I'm not
ass.
finna lie to y'all, because a lot of people that are watching, a few of y'all watch the show as well, or y'all are just, y'all love Cain.
Yeah, but that's how they know from the show. So
right.
a lot of these people are in that world.
And so it's like, for me, it's not easy to bring my personal life in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So that's why you only see me interacting with the group, because dating, my love life is very, I want to be in love. I want to all this stuff,
Yes.
My mom's health is up and down all the time.
Yes.
I pay her bills, and I'm always out. So it's like, some of that stuff, y'all have to understand, we have to watch that stuff back, and you don't know how it's going to affect you. But this season, I told myself that I'm going to let people in more, so that they can see exactly what's going on with me.
We want to see you with your mama when you're in Atlanta. We want to see y'all Kiki.
My mama is
that
so
love
good.
in this show side.
Oh,
I think that'll be great, and it'll normalcy.
Yeah.
I mean, humanize.
Yeah, it would.
Well, we're gonna wrap up, guys. Reecey G, thank you so much for being here. I am gonna read this one last comment from Malcolm Extra HD Productions. He said, not a question, but congrats to everything that you've been doing, Reecey. I love the growth. I wish me and you would have had the chance to genuinely build a business relationship without the mess. Would you like to respond to that?
Thank you for your comment.
Area show tonight is where?
At Area 111, 111 Oakland.
Oh, that's why it's Area 111, because that's the address 111. Okay. I'm definitely going to be there.
The club is sickening.
Period. Are you going?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Let me know.
I'm kind of 50-50.
Okay. Well, if you don't, let me know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. This has been a fantabulous CAINIAC conversation with Reecey G. I think that other than Devon, this might have been the one where I had the most CAINIACs in here watching, So, the girls want to know what you have to say, Reecey G. Pure.
Yes.
All right, guys, we love you. Follow Reecey. Subscribe to the King Cain TV. Y'all take care of your guys' damn selves. Stay safe. Yes, y'all liking the new side thing. Okay, gotcha. Y'all have a good one. God bless everybody. I didn't want him to return because... Oh, hold on. Dario just said something. I didn't want him to return because after the season 2 reunion, he bashed the show and said that's all we focused on was drama. Then go and say it again season 3 and season 4. Oh, I think you're talking about Devon.
Lyric London.
Oh.
Probably Lyric or Devon. One or two. Either way, they both just child.
It's a donezo.
Right.
Alrighty. Bye, y'all. Have